Morning time in Costa Rica's Osa Peninsula, the most biodiverse place per square inch on Earth. A white-faced capuchin scrambles up a tree. A yellow-throated toucan, perched on a branch, takes flight. A juvenile common basilisk runs on top of the water using air bubbles it creates underneath its feet, while nearby its adult counterpart is calmly perched on the trunk of a beautiful and intricate tree. An unknown and unidentifiable by me caterpillar, which looks venomous to the touch, scurries across my breakfast table, and the Central American agouti is seen eating breakfast underneath some foliage. And of course, this region is also filled to the brim with fish. Let's go find some.
Gracias. Sí, capitán.
Ya estamos. Bien. Muy bien, Tony, ¿eh? Buen trabajo.
Claro, fue un trabajo en equipo.
Ya, ustedes dos, buenísimos.
Exacto,
¿eh?
es su equipo.
Excelente técnica los dos.
Papi, aquí no somos cualquiera, bro. Eso es todo.
Excelente.
Ya sabemos, pa.
So we're headed out again, and Carlos is taking me from Matapalo kayak fishing tours, and we're headed out with Tony, actually out for the second time today. I'm gonna see what wants to bite right now. We're looking for some bait, and then I have this juicy old hand line that I want to use again. Got a shark on it this morning, so we're looking for some live bait that we can use later on. We're stopped on a rock.
Bien, Carlos.
Ya fue. Buenísimo.
Oh, qué loco. Tenía rato no me puedo.
Otra vez.
Hay un montón. Hace rato no me.
Ah, eso es diferente, es un triggerfish. Gracias. Check out this triggerfish, super cool. And from what I've heard, it's like this is very hard to pull down, and it is. I can't pull that down, but if you touch this little one, it goes down. Nice little triggerfish. Let's let him go. There he goes.
Este o este.
Ahí está.
Pegó.
I got something. Sí. Doble pargo. Oh, menos uno.
Esos pollitos están volando, bro. No mames.
Yeah, I had two snappers, but
Qué buenos.
only got one in the boat. This guy is going to be used as live bait.
¿Sabí que sí, este? ¿Quieres?
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? Mira.
Uy, ¿qué es eso? ¿Qué es eso? O algo, ¿no? Uy, hay más de uno.
Uy. Something here on the surface. Puta, qué buenas nubes.
Yo, pero... pegado.
Bien. Buen pargo.
No, bueno, ese me lo fritenguereo.
Well, the weather has suddenly taken a turn for the worse, and it looks like there's a big storm that may be coming down on us right there. Almost looks like a tornado, actually. It's not, but it looks like it. So we'll see how this plays out. We're unsure of what to do. Kind of hanging out here until we can tell for sure. Well, we're headed in for a little bit. Storm looks like it's coming our way, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna just park the boat on shore, see if this rain wants to just blow on right past us, and then if it does, we'll just come right back out.
Sabe. 2, 3.
Keeping a lookout to see if this storm goes down. It hasn't come down bad yet, it's just drizzling, but never know. Well, it's just too much for today. So you can see behind me, we parked the panga just kind of up this little slope, and we're going to go out tomorrow morning. So the plan was to go this afternoon, but we're reshuffling, and so hopefully tomorrow bright and early we'll launch the panga from right there, right in this little cove where we are, and actually which is where I'm staying right back there, so it's perfect. So our plan is to launch the panga from there tomorrow and go catch some fish. Now for my favorite part of the day, it's time to check the camera traps. First off, we got a Central American agouti scurrying in front of my camera right at dusk. Second, we got a really cool species. This is the northern tamandua, also known as the collared anteater or lesser anteater. Even though I barely got this one in frame, we can use the dark and light markings on its head and back to identify it. The next morning, the agoutis were out and about again. These guys are so funny, they're so bottom heavy that every time I see them walk, it makes me laugh. Wow, look at this lobster shell. We're pulling up on some blue runner boils. Just blue runners jumping all over the place here. Perfect bait fish for the big roosters. Let's see. Looks like they're actually bonita, or what people call black tuna out here. And they're just right boat side. They should hit. Come on. Oh, there we go. I'm on. Yeah, these guys are strong fighters, but the bad thing is they don't make great bait because it's hard to keep them alive, and we're looking for live bait. On the rod tip, you can see it just... That motion is very typical of hooking some sort of tunid.
Tuna arriba. Bien.
This is not a very good live bait, so I'm gonna let him go. And we still have some action around us, so I'll cast back out. So while I'm casting here, let me tell you what went down last night. So very, very heavy rainstorm. And so we were absolutely right for calling it and heading in, because that would have been catastrophic out there. And so today we were just headed out in the spot where we parked the boat yesterday. And it's actually my last day here, so later today I'm packing my stuff and I'm going to Puerto Jimenez, a town 20 minutes from here where I've stayed the past few times I've visited. So we're taking advantage of that morning fishing, and still fish blowing up all over us, but so far I'm the only bite. Ahorita te lo van a comer, aquí ve. Wow. Fish on the troll on a little rapala here, and there's still fish jumping all over us. It just seems like there's acres of these fish just jumping all over the surface, and as fun as it is, we need to find a better bait fish to really target the fish we're after today, which are the big roosters, big jacks, big snapper, amberjack, mahi, yellowfin tuna, whatever else is out there that's big. Sí, está grande. It's a big mackerel.
Yo lo que le dije, amor, que iba a pegar macarela con señor.
Sí.
Pásaselo al niño.
Yeah, Tony did call it.
Pla, pla, pla. Gracias Dios. Ahora sácalo, perra. No te me pongas defectuoso. Saque otro, pegue. Matarela.
Yeah. Tony's on too.
Pargo, baby.
Pargo. So he got a snapper. I've got a mackerel on. Ooh. Well, there you go. Big Sierra mackerel. Dale, Tony. Wow. Macarelaza. Casting this little lure back out. This is Tony's mackerel killer. I'm just giving it gentle pulses. That would be sick. Oh, toma, Tony, toma.
Arriba, 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 arriba.
Oh, perfect.
Perfecto. Woo!
This is a blue runner, perfect bait that Tony just caught. It's in the live well now, and that thing's gonna go on a heavy rod with a circle hook later. So we've pulled up to this big rock here, and we're gonna try 3 different things. So Tony's got a big jig on, I've got a nice popper on, and Carlos is throwing a live bait. And so between us 3, we're gonna see what we can find here. This rock holds a lot of fish. It's a famous rock out here where people come to fish, and it's where I lost a very big fish the other day. Piedras. Sí. Oh, oh, oh. Uy, sí. Bien. Well, Tony's on. Ah, es un... uy, vivísimo.
Un atún negro, bro.
Vamos a cambiarla, vamos a tirar esa.
Sí.
Téngale ahí cuidadito, señor. Cuidado.
Aquí está cuidada. Aquí no sabe ir a ningún lado, mi hermano.
Se zafó. Se zafó. Oh.
¿Para qué abrirlo?
He got a bonita, or what they call the black tuna here. We were gonna put it down as bait, but it got off right now. He just got it on the jig.
Yo sabía que era peje, cojo.
¿Él acaso algo?
Sí. Uy, uy. Uy, 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 uy.
Algo más.
Uy, 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 uy.
Enamórese. Se lo va a pegar.
Uy.
Listo, capitán, estoy afuera.
Wow.
Ay, baby.
He just got eaten on the live snapper. Didn't take long at all. He had it on the bottom with a sinker on, and right now when he hooked it, he accelerated the boat to basically drag it out of any rocks that he could potentially go into.
Oh yeah, baby.
Oh, yeah, todo.
Hey.
Cállate, bro.
Baby.
Es un super palo, bye.
Bien trabajado, papi.
Bien pegado, bebé.
Pegado, mi amor.
Seguro, mi amor, libra es. Miren de 20 libras. Ay, sí, bro. Ahí hay 60 libras de puro cariño, ¿verdad?
It's a jack.
Yeah. Un toro. Mira, bicho, bro.
Wow. Enorme. Well, I wasn't expecting that based on how it was fighting it and where we caught it. I thought it was going to be a big snapper, but we got a big Jack Creval here. Wow, Jurelón.
Jurelón.
Buenísimo.
Bye bye.
No se va a meter.
No, papi, usted conmigo no me va a jugar mucho de salsa. Bonito. Vamos, bonito.
Nice blue runner.
Vean dónde están las... ¿Qué es eso, bro? ¿Qué es eso, niños?
Uy, 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 uy.
Barracuda, weón, tire el jig. Eso es barracuda.
Oh, look at those barracuda right there. It's a whole school of barracuda. So we came across a big school of barracuda just all swimming in a circle. We just see their tail. You need a... Uy, uy, uy. Uy, uy. Oh, otro. Otro. Wow. Buenísimo. On the live bait again. a couple minutes after the last one. This is the live blue runner. And you see he accelerated the boat just to make it impossible for that fish to stay in the rocks because it could be a big snapper.
Este jalón es diferente a los otros, man. Oh.
No! No! Uy.
¿Se vino? ¿Se fue? ¿Se fue?
Wow, se zafó.
Se zafó, man.
Ay, qué bueno era ese bicho, bro.
Just pulled the hook. We got the hook back, but no bait on it and no fish. So we're officially out of live bait. It's gonna have to be a jig fish for us now. Ahí está.
Ahí está, papi.
Bien, bro, lo hizo.
Ella es. Realmente.
Ahí está.
Bien, lo que no hay mucho. Jueguelo.
On the jig.
Ahí ya se explotó.
¿Qué es?
Ahí va para arriba. Va para arriba.
Es bueno que venga por arriba. Ahí está el. Ve algo más alargado, rasta, como un Rainbow Runner.
Ese es, bro. Claro que es.
Pues será una bonita.
Ya lo vi.
No, una bonita,
Una
rasta.
bonita, rasta, mejor.
Es una bonita, una canada.
No, hombre, ¿cómo tan fuerte?
Sí, la viene pegó.
Qué
la pegó
fuerte.
Robada, la pegó robada.
Oh, I snagged a.
Le paso caña o se enrolla.
Whoa, I snagged a big bonita.
Mira, la perfecta.
All right, we're gonna use this as live bait.
Tírala. 1, 2, 3.
All right, back out as bait.
Ahora sí. Pues ya se está comiendo.
Puede ser.
Es algo mañoso, man. No lo está comiendo tan así, tan sádico. Ahora sí.
Uy, 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 uy.
Hay que darle que se lo envuelve chiquitones.
Uy, 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 uy. Oh. Oh, oh, oh.
No peleado, lo que sea, no peleado. Mi nada más se ha sentado.
Well, whatever that is, it has to be big. It just took that huge, huge, huge bait that I caught on a jig. And it's not even moving. Yikes. No. Well, there's our bait. But there's no fish on it. It's difficult with a bait that big, you know, you gotta let it eat a long time. And he did. But the hookup ratio kind of goes down with the bigger baits.
Le doy un dientazo aquí.
See, there's a big tooth mark on it right
Lo uno
there.
ahí. Es el buen lugar, sí.
Pegado.
Bien, bien.
Linda, mi amor.
Aquí están buenos estos.
Ahí,
Buenísimo.
Venga, el gallo, tira el popper, tira el popper.
Ya lo quité, güey, ya lo quité.
Tira el jig, tira lo que sea. Es el gallo, lo
Tira el jig, tira el jig, tira el jig.
Está viendo, man. Qué saido ese gallo. Véalo, ya.
Uy.
Está cazando, madre.
Ese popper, man. Madre, papi, a decir que cuchillo no traigo, pero es que lo traigo, vean. Uy, burilón azul.
Ah, mire qué lindo.
Wow.
Agárralo, agárralo.
Tíralo arriba, viene bien pegado.
Súbalo, bro. Qué buen juego.
Wow.
Qué bendición.
Qué padre.
Bien, mi amor.
Buena
Wow,
pieza,
mi
niño.
niño.
Buena pieza, niño, me sorprendió, amor.
Bye, bebé. Gracias, mi amor.
Wow, look at what Tony just caught. It's a bluefin trevally. I've never seen one in person.
60 pies,
What a
wow.
beautiful fish. So quick explanation of what just happened. So he hooked a fish. We thought it was a bait. And as he was reeling it, we saw roosterfish come in and start smashing some fish at the top. And so I casted a jig at it, didn't get it. And right now I have a popper on here for if it pops up again, we'll throw it on there. And he's back to jigging. But really cool to get that bluefin trevally. Ahí está, pegué, pegué.
Llega, bonito.
Fish on.
Más, a poner bravo esta hora.
Estamos entrando en marea media. Unos 10, 5 minutos.
Uy, se me fue. Pulled the hook. All right now we're running back in because we need to get back before the tide gets too low in order to put the boat on the shore.
Qué buena. Está pegando bravo, bicho. Una corriente azulona. Alerta negrita. Pegó.
Buenísimo. Wow, look at this I just found on the beach. This shell is almost fossilized in there, but I can scrape away the sediment around it. So this is going to be a fossil one day. Look at this. I can scrape off the sediment around it. It just shows how it's being buried slowly and it's becoming a part of the rock. It's just compacting into it. Wow. Muy bien. Sierra mackerel, bluefin trevally.
Eso es. Lo voy a bajar con suavecito. Bájalo ahí.
Bien. Uy, se va a comer el pescado.
Corre.
That hawk up there just landed on our fish. Was about to start tearing into him. I put the rod down and I came back 2 seconds later. There's ants crawling all over it. That is not good. Not good. See if they want to get off it, but I need to move these because I put it on top of an anthill or something. So as you know, we're leaving Matapalo, the place we're currently staying, and we're going into town where we're going to stay for the next few days. Now what that means is that I need to pack all the stuff that I brought, and I thought I'd take the opportunity to show you a cool little thing that I do to pack for fishing excursions. So every time I've come to Costa Rica, I've used this rod. It's an Ugly Stick Tiger, and something I love about this rod is that the reel handle fits both spinning and conventional reels. And so what I do when I travel is, since conventional reels have much smaller guides, I buy a conventional rod and then I put a spinning reel on it and I use it as a spinning rod, and it's my live bait rod, but it has these really small guides and that makes packing it really easy. So then this is the case that I carry them in. It's this big brown one, and they just come apart, 2-piece. And due to the small guide size, I actually pack 2 rods in one case. And so this way I get to bring more rods with the same amount of space in my luggage. It can take some finagling, but it's very doable. So you have 2 heavy rods in one case, and in my experience it has not been a problem using a conventional rod with a spinning reel. I've caught plenty of big fish on it and no problem at all. Qué güey.
Sí, amores, la lluvia se puso buena.
La lluvia se puso buena. So earlier we were going to leave and it looked like it might rain, so I decided to not go to see if it would pass by, and it just got later and later and it just looked more and more like it was gonna rain. So at some point I decided, okay, let's go. And the second that we put our stuff on the motorcycle, it started pouring. And so now we have to wait it out because one of the roads that we have to cross to get to town is flooded. So, yeah. The rain eventually slowed and it was time for some Costa Rican engineering. This is Tony using a beer bottle to fill up the quad with gas.
Solo en Costa Rica se ven esas cosas, papá. Vehículos alcohólicos.
Get in there. So let me explain what's going on here. For some reason, this quad sometimes stops being able to pump fuel into the carburetor. Now, Tony's solution to this is to blow air hard into the fuel filler, causing a pressure increase and effectively pumping the fuel. Only problem is, after you blow, you basically get blasted by this gasoline gas. It's super nasty, and this was the first of many times I had to do it this night.
Shit went up my nose.
How'd that taste?
Terrible.
Parts of the road were so flooded and sketchy, my brother had to carry the stuff while I drove across them solo. And of course, I had to keep blowing air into this goddamn fuel filler.
What number is this?
Number 5. And I did one of the tries twice. So. Oh. Please. Wow. No! No! Alright. We're back.
Run out of gas. Resorting to this. A la gasolinera.
We of course had to run out of gas and ended up pushing the quad half a mile to the gas station. But all's well that ends well. My brother and I closed out the night with a nice dinner and lots of good memories for years to come. Thank you very much for watching. This was part 4 of 5 of this year's Costa Rica series. Stay tuned for more, and until next time, tight lines.